Hello, guys. We will conduct this in English as you don't speak yet Slovak or Czech.
No, but I'm sure that I would like to try.
Yeah.
Richard, what do you think? Might be a good idea.
To be honest, I was many times in Bratislava and in Prague, as well in Brno. I was many times, but unfortunately, the language is a little bit difficult for me, despite I know German very well. And but sometimes I can understand some words. But it's nice to be invited, Roman. Very nice to be here with you today. And I'm sure that we will try to answer all the questions that you have in refer of the concept of XCL.
Yes.
Excellent. Just to start with, we came to new cooperation. We are working as an educational agent in area of Czech Republic and Slovakia, and we've been sending students for many years. I think so now it's 12 years to abroad. And COVID came with challenges. We have to face it, and we can see the changes in education also. And somehow we came to cooperation together, and you are offering for students at XCL completely different way or different aspect of education. Before we jump into the topic, can you introduce briefly, maybe Sarah, start you and then Richard?
Thank you so much, Roman. Yes, my name is Sarah Fazzin. I'm the head of academics and digital provision at XCL London. And basically that means that I deal with the design and the validation of the courses with the University of Chichester, which is our academic partner. And I'm the one that should know a little bit more about how we do things at XCL, and we will just deep dive into it at a later stage.
And Rich?
Yeah, thank you, Sarah. I mean, my role is to develop the concept outside the UK. My name is Richard Affolter, and I'm started many years ago to develop this concept, which is started this year. So we started just before the COVID, and then during the COVID, logically, we work a lot inside in this new concept, because is a concept that helps students to still do a UK degree in the home country. So every student will receive a degree at the end from the University of Chichester. So this is very important for you to know, that every student who will do this program, which is a bachelor or a master program, will receive in the end a degree from the University of Chichester. And this is thanks the work made from XCL, which is a business school located in London, and they offer the degree which are validated by the University of Chichester. In fact, later on, Roman will show the link which show exactly on the website of the University of Chichester, where you will find the business partnership with XCL, which the correct name is Xenophone College London, but we always use this abbreviation XCL, which is help everyone. You know, we always use this type of words now. We try to abbreviation everything. So this is the first step. The great advantage is that every student will be able to start in 4 different times. One time is in September, November, January, and March. So as we all know, if you go to a UK university, let's presume you go directly to University of Chichester, you will be able to start in September. This is usually the starting date. If you go with XCL, you will be able to start 4 times per year. And this is one very big advantage. In the end, the students will receive the same degree, the same certificate, like if they will study at the University of Chichester. And for this, maybe Sarah, you can explain how the certificate will be showing, etc.
Yes, thank you, Richard. Yes, so the certificate at the end of your course of study will say something around the words Mr. Richard, in this case, has achieved a bachelor degree in global management and international business, for example, awarded by the University of Chichester, delivered by Xenophone College London. There will be no mention whatsoever of the modality of study, so no mention of distance learning, should you wish to study in distance learning. That will only be available or seen in the academic transcript that we will provide you with at the end of it all. It is important also to explain why we are so different from the UK universities, as Richard mentions. So how do we manage to get 4 entry intakes? Because we operate a 6 weeks block teaching. This 6 weeks block teaching allows us to concentrate a maximum of 2 modules at the same time within the 6 weeks block. This means that you will only have a maximum of 2 assignments to submit in the same week rather than 4 as you normally have. And that allows you a little bit more intensive learning throughout the period. And because of these 6 weeks block teaching, you might find yourself in class with different people in a block rather than the other. This is very important because XCL is all about the international classroom. So our idea is to bring the UK high quality in academics to your doorstep, regardless of where you are, in a classroom that is truly international, where everyone from different countries, from different backgrounds, from different parts of life can bring in what they know, what they have seen, to absolutely make a difference at the end of it all.
Thank you, Sarah.
If I can step in, because you both are very talkative, so hopefully I will.
Sorry.
I will get my time. If you could explain that it's different, something which is called online teaching, but this is hybrid teaching. This is not just bluntly watching some pre-recorded tutorials or something, but student is actually part of the class in real time.
Yes, that is one of our flagship statements. So what we do is what we call proximity learning together with hybrid learning. The proximity learning is a new concept, whereas what you learn and what you are doing to get the degree is actually done live, but live teachers that are actually listening to what you say, doing what you are supposed to do with you, together in the same virtual classroom at the same time with a specific timetable that is encompasses around 10 to 15 hours per week per module. So you will have around a minimum of 30 hours per week, where you will have the opportunity to sit down and listen into lectures, to seminars, to what we call preparation classes, which are a proper Harvard University system where students come in and discuss what they have read according to a reading list that we provided them with, and they have the opportunity to exchange ideas and then work on their assignments during the project-based hours, or do simulations, do case studies and all these sorts of things, but everything is live. And let's say, for example, someone might not make it for one class at one given time. That happens. We get sick. We might have a different, a family emergency, an appointment, or whatever. What we do is we always record every single lesson, and that is available later on, the day after, usually in our platform to review. So students can go back, don't miss anything. And the amazing thing about it is that also we offer captions in the recordings, which means that they don't even need to take notes, should they not want to, for the classroom, but just download whatever the professor and the other peers have said throughout the lesson with just a click. And it's an amazing opportunity for all of them.
Richard, this answer, or your answer, will be more focused on parents, because at the end they will be ones who will pay for the education. And I'm in the market of Slovakia or Czech Republic, and for them it still might be very distant idea of studying online, because physical presence is something different. But you work in education for past 30 years, and you know the segment and the industry. And as I mentioned at the beginning, the times has changed. If you could elaborate a bit on this.
Yes, absolutely. I want to add something very, very interesting for the students and for the parents first. This is a world university concept. because every student from the Czech Republic, Slovak Republic, who will join this program, this bachelor or the master program, they will be together with students from Switzerland, from Italy, from Spain, from Rwanda, from India, from many other countries. So this is a world global university. So this opened the mind to the students a lot, because we have to understand that, as Sarah mentioned before, the students will come, they will be live. So they will do some classroom works. They will not do this alone. They will do this with other students, but not from the same country, even as well with the same country, but some of them, they maybe have to do a project work with some students from Switzerland. Some other have to do a project work with some students from Nigeria. Some other have to do it with some students from Spain. So this is the win-win of everything. And students love to be part of this project because they know when they go inside in the program with XCL, they will find students coming from all around the world, different culture, different mentality, and this creates a big network of friendship as well, because this is what sometimes we are missing. I personally have three kids. They are 20, 22, and 25. So just the last one is managed to enter in this system, and he's very happy now because he's able to contact with students from around the world every day. So when he go out of let's say of the learning center, he is full of information, of energy. He's more rich than before, and this is the first step, because this is not a boring system. This system is fantastic. Students really love to be part of this because they feel themselves part of the new world. The world has changed, ladies and gentlemen. In the last 2-3 years, everything has changed. Now, there are different new situations we are in. And this situation here is a big advantage for students, first of all. In the fair of the parents, I can explain to them a very important point. First of all, we have to understand that many students finish the high school in a very early age. Maybe they finish with the age of 16 or 17 years old, or even 18, and they are still not mature to go abroad. They are not mature to send your kids to Canada, to Australia, to the UK. And to start the first year and to do the foundation or the bachelor, the first year of the bachelor, in the home country, in the learning center, this is a very big advantage. First of all, because the student will be maturated first. This is the first step. The second one, as we know today, quite everyone needs a visa to enter in the UK or in Canada or in Australia. When they have the interview at the embassy, if the consultant at the embassy feel that the student is not mature enough, they will deny it. They will say, no, you're not eligible to go and study in my country at the moment. You know, the maturity is a very important point today. This is the first step. The second step is as well, we are in a situation now which the world is not in the best moment. Let's put it like this one. I don't want to speak about the war. I don't want to speak about the COVID, but there are many different points at the moment. And it's like a security, you know, your kids study in the learning center in Bratislava or in Prague. You know, you can take your kids, bring him to the learning center, or maybe he can study from home. You can decide, maybe he will do half and half. But, you know, the situation at the moment is a little bit so-so. And this is a very important point as well to consider. Another very important point is the financial, because if the students, your son or your daughter, will go to study, I make an example now to the UK, technically, the cost, only the tuition fee is around £50,000, 150,000, only the tuition fees. On top of that, you have to calculate the accommodation, which is around £5,000 to £8,000 per year. On top of that, you have to calculate the living cost, which they have to eat, etc., etc., is another 5,000. So To make a long story short, it will cost you about £30,000, 30,000. So this is the cost for 1 year. So for 3 years, it's 90,000. Let's put like this one. If they will do the master, then it's 120,000. So if they study at the XCL Center in Bratislava, or let's say in the Slovak Republic or on the Czech Republic, the fee is much, much lower. So the tuition fee, Roman will explain how much will be the tuition fee in this case in your country.
Well, for Bratislava, it will be only 2,950 for bachelors and 3,650 for masters, which is much, much less than amount you have mentioned. If you go physically into UK, parents or family needs to prepare at least budget of 50,000 British pounds.
Exactly, exactly. On top of that, what we can add, which is very important, is as well the accommodation. If they study in the Slovak Republic or in the Czech Republic, they don't have to pay the accommodation because they live at home. So they save a lot of money on this. The living cost, yes, logically, there are as well students have to live in Bratislava or in the Czech Republic. So there is no discussion, but it's a huge amount. So, but still, students love to have the experience to go to the UK. And this is fantastic. So what we suggest, this is a suggestion that we give, I give this with my experience, the first 2-3 years in Slovak Republic, and then do the last final year or the last 2 years in the UK. So your daughter, your son will be mature enough. When they will go to the embassy, they will be able to give a very good interview. The fee will be much less if you spend only 1 year in the UK. So you have, your budget, your family budget will not be so expensive. Let's put it like this one. If you have 1 kid, if you have 2 kids, you can imagine how much it will cost. So this is a very important point to evaluate. And there is not only an XCL center in Bratislava, in the Slovak Republic or in the Czech Republic, but we have different learning centers. At the moment, we have one in Switzerland, in Montreux, in the French part of Switzerland, beautiful. We have one in Rome, in Italy, beautiful campus. We have one in Spain, in Madrid. We have at the moment several in Nigeria, in Rwanda, in Tunisia, in India, in Sri Lanka, in Pakistan. We are now working as well, one in Bogota in Colombia, one in Brazil, and we are requesting as well from other countries in Central Europe. So we are working to have more centers. So by the end, let's say by the end of June, we will have around 50 to 20 XCL centers in Europe and in the rest of the world, because the interest is very, very high from organizations similar like Roman that want to offer this opportunity to parents and to students to start with a university program, a top 20 ranking university. By the way, the University of Chichester is a top 21 ranking university in the UK, correct? So this is another important point. I mean, the ranking of the university is very, very high. And so your student will be able to do a bachelor program for 2,950 English pounds in the Slovak Republic or in the Czech Republic, and receive at the end a bachelor from the with a degree accredited from the University of Chichester. And this is fantastic. So there is a win-win for everyone here. And but on top of everything, I always say that this new system of study is very, very requesting from the students, because they love this. They really love to go to do the program in the morning on Monday. I can see my son when he's go. He likes, because he's together with students from around the world. So in the evening, he speaks about the student from Spain, the student from Nigeria. And this is open mind, because the world has become very, very close. And the first step is always to understand these life lessons with teacher. And this is the win-win of everything. Roman?
Yes, Rich, you have mentioned so many key points, but I was thinking like students and parents have to understand that when you send your kid abroad, basically what's happening there, he brings there his or her laptop anyway, and he's sitting in some particular class. But if you are a bit brighter, you can look at this concept of hybrid education, that it's idea of being at very same place, at very same building with particular teacher, it's obsolete. And now internet offers us plenty of opportunities, and one is this revolution in education. If I have internet, I can study in UK from anywhere I want. Sarah, I have a question for you, because I'm already sold, or parents might be sold on the idea, understand the concept. Yeah. And now, if we could speak about the study programs you offer, it was just few, but for the September intake, you have added more and more programs.
Yes.
I'm amazed. It's both bachelor's and master's.
Yes, so for September 2022, we will be opening the courses in, so a bachelor in global management and international business with integrated foundation year. So rather than having the traditional 3 years, there will be 4 years for the program, should the student not have the English or academic qualifications to enter straight away in the bachelor. But the good thing about it is that if they pass the foundation year, they don't need to reapply. They're automatically in the bachelor program. Also a bachelor in applied computer science, which is very technical and has a very nice flair of all the latest technology that are available out there, and students might be interested in that just because of the job opportunities at the end of it all. And it's always very important to mention that, because, you know, we all know, we are all parents, we want a return in the investment that we make. So a good job is a good way to end the program. And then a bachelor in psychology. Then we move on to the masters, and we have the traditional master in psychology, which is a conversion course. So we are expecting people that do not hold a bachelor in psychology to do that specific master. A master still conversion in applied computer science. So the same stuff applies. So let's say, for example, that some of our students have successfully finished their bachelor in global management in international business. Now they want to gain more technical competencies to work in the IT field, then they can go on to their masters in applied computer science, where they will learn stuff related to artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, IoT, so all the hot topics at the moment that are out there. Then we have a master in global management and innovation for more general, more targeted to the innovation aspect of the management. A master in digital learning, which is a one-of-a-kind program and combines together entrepreneurship with the basis of the educational theories in the digital format. Then we have the master in green economy, sustainability and climate change management. So for those that are more interested in making a stand in a managerial context in relation to green economy and climate change issues, corporate social responsibility, and so forth. A master in big data and digital skills for managers. Again, a mixture between managerial skills and more technical skills, but not as technical as in a proper applied computer science course. And finally, our flagship, the digital MBA, which is a twist of a traditional MBA that is targeted to apply all the knowledge in the digital context rather than anything else. So at the moment, these are the courses. We're also working on others that will be available hopefully by the end of 2022, which will be in the area of gaming and design. Our Italian heritage is always it comes forward when he says fashion and design, this kind of stuff. So this is what we have at the moment. All of the information are available on the website. So should any of your students or parents be interested in see what they will need to study, they can go to our website, xcl.ac.uk, download the brochure, have a look at the course structure, what we require. And just to ease the possible student's mind, the fact that we do not have final exams. So we do not believe in learning by memory a very huge book.
Okay.
I come from that history, and it was awful. So no, what we do is much more practical. So everything that they will have to then showcase is applying the knowledge, what they have found out by themselves, and basically apply in a project.
Sarah, if we can still speak about admission requirements or academic requirements.
Yes.
What students need to prove?
Yes, so I would say that we have what we call standard entry requirements. So that's what we are looking for to have a very speedy, painless experience in the admission process. We are looking at an equivalent of the 2 A levels, which are very British, a grade BB, but we have, I would say, something around, in terms of, if we are discussing in hundreds, we are looking at something around 70, 65, 70% in terms of grade when they come out of high school. And also we are looking at the English proficiency. We're looking at something that is very similar to a 6.0 in the IELTS scale, so a B2. Of course, if you have a 5.5, we're still holding an interview to check that the student has the potential to understand what is being said, because of course, all the materials, all the lectures, all the professors are British or American, or English is still the native speaking language. So it's important for us they don't feel stuck at a certain point. Should they not meet the requirement for the bachelor, we will then consider entry to the foundation year. Should they not meet the entry for the foundation year, so let's say 5.5 IELTS and something around the 50, 55 in terms of grades in hundreds, of course, then we will look at something different, like, for example, a intensive English course prior to entry in the course. It's a lot easier with us because you don't have to wait for the next academic intake to get into the program. So we can very easily condense everything before between the September and October, and then if successful they can start without problems in November. In terms of master, we are looking at something similar, so a 6.5 IELTS, but we would accept a 6.0. Again, it's not necessarily an IELTS, but TOEFL, Cambridge, or any other recognized English tests are fine as well. In terms of academics, we are looking at a lower second class, around a 55% when it comes to, again, the grades at bachelor level.
Mm-hmm. And Rich, maybe at the end, one final question for you. There is a chance also not to study only as online or in your home country, but you can also come to UK or to Rome for a semester, for a year or more.
This is correct. This is correct. So we have different possibility here. Now, the possibility, the one that I suggest is to do at least the first year or the first 2 years in the home country. But let's presume that after 1 year, or maybe on the first year, you want to have an experience and to come on the campus in Rome, in Italy, for 6 months, there is absolutely not a problem. You can go to Rome. You can go as well for 1 year to Rome to do this experience, and then you go back to Bratislava or to Prague or to any place in the Czech Republic or Slovak Republic. Or if you want to have an experience and go to London for 6 months, absolutely, there is absolutely not a problem. The only thing what change is very, very important for you to know. If you decide to go to Rome, then you will need to pay the fee in Rome. So the fee in Rome, in this case, is different than the fee that you will pay in Bratislava. So in Rome, we're speaking about a fee around 9,000, 9,500 euro. The fee in the UK is 50,000 pounds, 15000. So this is very important for you to know. You can have this experience, absolutely, but you have to pay the price that is indicated in the country. You can even do this experience in Switzerland, in Montreux, if you wish. In this case, in Montreux, the price is in Swiss franc is 90,000 Swiss franc. So the experience is always possible. And then after, maybe we have to make a calculation if you want to do this experience only for one term out of 4 terms during the year. So everything is possible. So we invite students to do this experience during the process because this will help them to enlarge themselves as well about the knowledge of the location, of the country. And by the way, Rome is a beautiful city in Italy. London is the city of the world. So there is a lot of opportunity. But my suggestion is now in 2022, start in Bratislava or in Prague or anywhere in these 2 countries. And then let's see the second year, how it goes. And then we see how the world goes, because we don't have to forget that the COVID is still there. I don't know, can you tell me a bit how is the situation of the COVID at the moment in the UK, Sarah?
Oh, it's very bad. The other day we were around 215,000 cases. So we don't have what we call, measures. So everyone does what they want. Hence the reason why it's picking up again. But you would find yourself surrounded by cases at this stage, unfortunately.
Right. So maybe this is the good option, how to avoid too many
Yes.
quarantines or precautions or even...
What I want to add, Roman, I think it's a very important point you mentioned before, is because of the situation of the COVID, still in many universities, the students are not eligible to entry in the classroom. So they have to study in their own accommodation room. So, in every university, they have a student's residency. So they have to stay there alone in the room. So just for your information, the situation of the COVID is not the best situation. And we hope that it's not again another general lockdown. But this is what I'm saying is this year, the 2022, I suggest personally to stay at home and stay there and begin the program over there. This is a suggestion that I give as well as a father of 3 kids.
And you are ready. As I said, I'm working with many universities around the globe. And when I approach them with idea of hybrid learning, they don't understand the concept and they rely on physical learning. And XCL is miles away in advance. And students can really take a part of the live class, not just watching blunt lessons, but actively participate in hours, asking questions, raising a hand, discussing with the professors or with schoolmates. So if you are bright enough and you want to have a good education for a good price and recognized by Chichester University, which is, as you said, is in top 20 in UK out of 150 universities. And if we think the first place takes Cambridge, Oxford, and Imperial College of London, there is not much space left. And Chichester is in top 20, so good job, well done. So XCL can be one of the options, and I'll be happy to give you any consultation or counseling for parents and students in Bratislava or Prague. Guys, thank you very much. Maybe your final word until we say goodbye.
I'll go Richard first, and then you can end this. Okay. So, well, thank you so much in the first instance to consider XCL as an important learning experience for your children and for yourself. We very much appreciate the time, but most of all, I want just to conclude saying that XCL is all about the student. So for us, we are a small institution, and we want to keep it that way in order to provide everyone with the best learning experience that they can get everywhere in the world, from everywhere in the world.
Sarah, what I want to add on this, ladies and gentlemen, Sarah is the head of the academic from XCL. She has as well an excellent experience at the Yale University in the United States. And when XCL was created with all the academic work, they follow a little bit the system of Harvard University. And this is why today Harvard one of the top in the world. And XCL is on the same level together with the degree from the University of Chichester. So on my view, I can only suggest to consider this concept as one of the very, very important way to study today, 2022, and in the future.
Excellent. Guys, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Been a pleasure.
Even we are in contact for past months or so, I feel like I know you for many years already. So hopefully we will get many students to XCL, and I'm looking forward to meet you in Bratislava or Prague, or maybe one day I will come to Switzerland or to London to see you.
That would be a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.